So 2-1 defeat. What are your thoughts on the game?
I'm incredibly frustrated that we've not got anything out of that game. I'm sure that the majority of people that were in the ground would, or I'd hope that the majority of the people in the ground would agree that I think we were the better team for large parts of that game. I felt that they are a very good team. They've got very good players, and for us as a young and a new group that had been together for 9-10 weeks, I felt that we were the better side for large spells. We controlled a lot of what they wanted to do. I felt early on, probably outside of the goal, which I'm disappointed with. Probably just momentarily switched off, and obviously they scored from it. We then obviously lose Sean Hobson, which is a blow. Josh Amami, who's obviously a midfielder, goes in at the back, and I thought he was outstanding. And it would have been very easy for us as a team and as a group to feel sorry for ourselves and go under, but if anything it kind of spurred us on, and I felt from then till they scored their second goal we were the better team. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I felt we were good in our press, we were organised, we were good with the ball, we looked to threat. Some of our play patterns at times were superb, and we certainly had the biggest moment when I think he's done unbelievably well to get himself through on goal. Some brilliant approach play, and the keeper's made a massive save, and at that time we would have been well worthy of going 2-1 up, and of course it then changes the direction of the remainder of the game, but we just go and probably have a loose couple of minutes down our left hand side, turn the ball over unnecessarily and concede, and we've obviously as a result lost the game. And it's incredibly frustrating because I'm so proud of how the players have played, but I'm so frustrated that we've lost another game. I think there's also got to be a level of realism to where we are in terms of where they are. If you look at, I'm looking behind me at times and thinking we've got real limited options because of the issues that we've got with obviously the playing personnel. They're able to bring Cairo Mitchell off the bench and then bring Harry Cardwell onto the bench as a third choice striker and put him on the pitch, and that's just where the game was probably edged with what they've been able to bring on. But look, frustrated, but incredibly positive about the way that my team played today.
So maybe a disappointing goal to concede, obviously coming off a rebound, but then certainly picked up after that, and what a strike it was from Jay Turner-Cook to get us back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, what I remember of that first goal, I think they've switched it out to the right, or it's gone in the box and it's ended up out on their right, our left. Felt their right backs reacted a little bit quicker than probably we have. He's then shot. Sam's obviously parried it, not been able to get it wide enough, but it was a good strike and a decent save. Their lads on the move in the box and were sleeping a little bit, and they obviously scored from the rebound. We've obviously shown going off. We just wanted to be positive with it. We knew that if we were to lose one of the centre halves today, we'd have an issue. But I felt, I've got that trust there with Amami. I put him anywhere, and he'll always do a good job for the team and never lets us down. That obviously meant we could be positive with our change and put Jay on, and I thought he just brought a control and a calmness to our play, and he was very, very good in possession of the ball, very clever, and obviously scored a brilliant free kick, and that's the level of quality that he will bring to us when we get him up to speed. He's going to be a tremendous player for this football club, I've no doubt about it. But then to go and lose it off, it's a scrappy goal really, is incredibly frustrating.
And of course unlucky as well not to go in ahead at the break with David Cower hitting the post.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was again superb, led the line, was the right handful for the centre halves. Just made a chance out of nothing really. The ball's been played behind. He's got no right to win it, but what he has done is for his willingness and his persistence, he's caused frustration, and an error between the keeper and his centre halves, and he's been really clever initially to take his touch into the space, and obviously then he's just not been able to put it in the net. He's hit the post, which as soon as it hit the post and came out, I was like, this is just we need a bit of a break here, a little bit of luck. We're not getting any at the minute, and it is frustrating for obviously me, but more so for probably the players. We're just not getting them little breaks at the minute, but you've just got to keep working hard and work your way through it.
Because obviously you mentioned him a few times. Obviously Sean Hobson forced off with injury. It's another centre back injured. What can you tell us about
that? Just felt his hamstring. So we're just going to have to see how it settles down and probably assess him tomorrow morning. Hopefully it's just a little tweak and nothing too lengthy, but it is ridiculous now. It is borderline ridiculous, the issues we're having at centre back. I've never known anything like it. We've got 6 centre halves contracted to the football club, and we're now down to 1. Which is just madness, really. We seem to be getting unbelievably bad luck, and particularly in that department. And at this level of football, it's a real key part of the pitch. But I felt Adam Adatoro today had a really good game. I was really pleased for him, and he's going to have to step up again now. And obviously Amami went in there and did very well next to him. How we're going to look on Monday, I've no idea. But it is an issue. It's not through a lack of anything we're doing, really. We've obviously got the 2 long terms with Will and Joe. Charlie's got a little bit of an issue at the minute, so he's unavailable. We've obviously then lost Jevon, who we signed. He's been in the building for 2 weeks, and then he's dislocated his shoulder. And obviously now we've lost Sean, who he's just been getting stronger by the game, and then he's obviously broke down as well. So it's incredibly frustrating, because I think any good team is at any level is built on consistency in your backline, and we just can't seem to find it at the minute, and that's probably affecting the mixed bag of results we've had a little bit as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of struggles, but despite that, we've showed that we are going to be a really good team when we get everybody available and we just have more time together. We keep replicating that type of performance, but just sharpen up a little bit, be a little bit more ruthless, maybe have them little shades of luck. We're going to be absolutely fine.
It's not the return we would have wanted to the Shea for our first home game, but as you say, plenty of positives to take from the performance.
Absolutely. I think you only have to look at all the fans staying behind and clapping the players off the pitch to see how probably encouraged they were by the performance. It's a new team that we've assembled. It's the first time that many of the supporters in here today will have seen that team, and I'm sure that the vast majority of them will go home enthused by the performance of the players. We want to play with energy, and we want to play with that enthusiasm, and we want to try and play a brand of football that enables us to ask more questions of the opposition than maybe we have done here in the past. The pitch is obviously a massive bonus for us, and I thought he played really well today for the players, and credit to everybody that's got it done and to the level that it's at now. It would have been just reward actually for us to have got some kind of result. I'd have probably been frustrated had we drawn that game, because I felt we played some really great stuff at times. To come away with nothing is bitter pill to swallow tonight.
Of course, obviously a quick turnaround chance to rectify things on Monday against Scunthorpe.
Yeah, quick turnaround. These obviously bank holiday weekends. Another difficult game at Scunthorpe. It's never an easy place to go. Not sure how they've got on today. I think they were away at Sutton, so they've obviously had a long trip. We're just going to have to obviously rest and assess where everybody's at now tomorrow, and just get ready for what will be another difficult game, and prepare it as we would any other.
Perfect. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.